What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Shane Rowe. Guys, grab your Yardies coffee, hit the like button, don't forget to subscribe, and let's get caffeinated. Now, guys, we came through it by the skin of our teeth. The scoreline doesn't suggest that, as we beat Newport 4-2 away in the fourth round of the FA Cup. But guys, like I said, the scoreline tells a different story than how the actual game went. So let's just jump right into it, because as much as we won, I'm not the happiest of campers, right? Let's go and look at the team that got selected to go out. So in goal, Mr. Bayender started his first ever start for Manchester United. And if I'm not mistaken, first ever Turkish player to play for Manchester United. Any Turkish fans, hit the comments down below, let me know if I'm right. But I'm going to be honest with you, I would like to see a bit more of Bane there. Even if Onana comes back, I think he needs to get a couple games. He looked decent. I know we were playing against Newport, but I'm not going to lie. There was this sense of comfort with him in the goal. There were times where he looked a bit nervous. It's his first start, but to have his first start, I really was comfortable with him being in there. You guys let me know how you feel about it. Now, on the right side was and Martinez partnered back up in the center-back roles, which is a good sign. We have the second half of the season coming in, and we even had Harry Maguire made a cameo in the end, and Evans. So all our centre-backs, except Lindelof, I think, is still injured. But everyone else is coming back, and the team looks a bit stronger than it did before. Shaw started on the left side, and when you don't have Shaw, you think you don't need him, but when you do have him, you realize how good he actually is. And he was really good, up and down. He was actually working a lot better than Antony on the right side, but we'll get to that side. Then Mainoo and Casemiro partnered in the center midfield roles, which I've been wanting to see the entire season. So we actually started getting that, and maybe that means the gaffer is looking at keeping these two together, which is a good thing. Bruno in the central attacking midfield role, and Garnacho on the left side, and Antony on the right side, with Hojlund up top. Now that we've talked about the team that started, let's just talk about the game and the players now. I'm going to be honest with you. Yes, on one side, you have Newport, who has defeated other Premier League teams and punching above their weight in previous FA Cup rounds. And a lot of these clubs, this is where their bread and butter is. They live for FA Cup, and they live to knock out not higher up teams out of the competition, which is not a bad thing. But to a certain degree, guys, we are Manchester United, and we need to be able to kill a game off. And this is exactly what we don't do. We don't kill a game off. We had 2 goals in the first, I want to say 10 minutes or so. Let me know what number it is if you want. But we had 2 goals early on, right? One from Bruno and one from Mainoo. 2 beautiful goals, cut back, slotted in there, and we were on our way. We were cruising. But for some reason, we get into cruise mode, and everybody thinks that they need to start taking shots at the goal. And yes, I don't want to say don't take any shots, but put the game to bed first. If we had gotten the third goal, which Garnacho had ample opportunity to provide with 2 crosses into the box, where he could just had a simple tap in, I feel sorry for Hojlund, because he is playing his heart out. And I think every United fan sees this, and I really think that the gaffer, Ten Hag, should have a word with these players, because they are not picking their head up and looking for the easy pass, the practical pass, right? Finish the game off, get the third goal, and Newport would have been completely done and dusted. But once you stayed in the game at 2-0, and then by the time the 35th minute comes around, they're back in the game with a lucky deflection off of Martinez, I think, and it went in the back of the net. And next thing you know, they're back into the game. And it just shows their resilience, because then they come again after the second half, and right away, boom, they did exactly what we should have been doing in the first half, slotting it across the goal and just letting two players, at least half of the time, was in front of the goal, ready to tap it in, and we did nothing about it. Then you have Antony on the right side, who, in my opinion, I mean, I know he scored. Yes, he did score. And when he scored, you thought it was a Champions League finals goal that he scored. I mean, no offense. I want to support players when they do, perform decently, but do it against, right? Do it against Chelsea. Do it against Liverpool. You out here doing a song and dance because you scored a tap-in against Newport. I mean, and shout out to United District, who pointed out on Twitter that Rasmus Hojlund has 8 goals this season, and out of the 8 goals, 5 of them are not assisted. This man is working his socks off to get his goals, to show the club, to show the manager, to show the supporters that he's actually working. Hojlund, relax. We know that you're doing your job, buddy. These wingers don't deserve to have you as a striker, because if they were actually looking for you and playing for the team, you would have had at least 10 goals by now. They would have had at least 5 assists, and everybody would have been sharing the joy. But everyone sees the Newport goal gaping open, and all of a sudden they want to start shooting. Like, play for the team first, man, and then we'll decide how much goals we'll bang in afterwards. And as far as playing for the team, guys, where was Marcus Rashford? I heard he was in a club somewhere. Now, if you're asking me, Marcus Rashford is too much problems for the money you're paying him, and not for the results that we're getting back from him. Because this season has been, you tell me what this season has been, because it's been trash, if to say the very least, right? And you're out in the club doing your celebration in some photo. Come on, dude. Like, get it together, man. You're supposed to be resting to come play, to come score some goals, and you in some nightclub in Belfast. Guys, I don't know what's going on with this team. I don't know. You let me know what your opinion is, but there's a lot that needs to be. We should be talking about how much goals we scored last night, how the team played well. But here we're talking about the selfishness of some of these players. Here we're talking about players missing training, calling in sick because they're out in the nightclubs. What is going on at Manchester United? I'm not happy with the 4-2 win, because the Newport were in the game all the way up until maybe, I think it was the 88th minute or somewhere there. Guys, I'm venting a little bit, but you let me know how you felt about this game, because this game was supposed to kick us on into the next half of the season, where we start playing like a cohesive unit. We got some players back, and we looked better from a skill point of view. But as a team point of view, we're nowhere near it. We're nowhere near the pace. And if we don't get it together, it's just gonna go downhill. Antony doesn't perform in big games. Bruno creates a million chances and no one puts them away. And Hojlund is up there starving. Then we blame the defense if we lose 2-0, because we can't defend set pieces. Look, the next game is in a few days against Wolves. We're back in the Premier League. I really want to see a much better attitude from this team, and you guys got to pick your head up and look for your striker. You are not the star in this movie. Like, it's a whole team, and before you do the fantastic, do the simple things easily. Like, pass the ball, pick your head up, Garnacho. Antony, I don't know how is not sitting there upset, because I would be. There is not one time I saw Antony go down the right flank, and this guy is a right winger. He cuts the ball in, he uses the left foot. It's the same tired play over and over again. Delat has to be the one to provide the overlap, And this is why he probably plays the lot over Wan-Bissaka, the manager, because the lot can give you a cross inside. Antony, for 85 million, you're not paying for a cutback, mate. I don't know, guys. You let me know what your opinion was of this game. I'm happy that we went through to the next round, but the truth is, we're scraping by in these games, and then we go play a proper team, and we embarrass ourselves. So what's the point of getting by and doing all this if then we go and perform worse than in the previous game? Our performances just tend to be decreasing in every aspect of the game. Team cohesiveness, attacking prowess. I mean, our midfield and defense has been semi-okay for this season, but the attack, three, maybe a 4 if I'm being generous. If you're rating the whole season so far. So guys, that's it for today. I mean, I am a bit frustrated, as you can tell. We played, we won, but I don't think much Manchester United fans were going to be happy with how we played. The good parts of the game is that Hojlund, as starved as he was, finally got his goal, fought hard for it, got his goal. Bruno scored a goal, Mainoo scored a goal, and the defense is getting tighter and back together. So there were positives to take from the game. Rashford, you got to go, buddy. You know, you and Sancho are probably the biggest problems, and we need to start clearing the house. Sancho, go in the summer. Rashford, you got to go in the summer and find some players in who wants to play as a team and help the striker. So, yeah, guys, that's it. Like the video, comment. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you've been rocking with your boy this long, I really do appreciate you. So God bless you and GGMU. Peace.